Hey there guys, this is Robin Hood, and today I'm bringing you another 2 versus 2 that I did with my friend Sprint here. This is going to be on Kansai Wood against Demetres and Hawk Lord Balendalin. Whatever, tongue twister there. I think that's actually right though. I'm terrible with names. But yeah, this battle, Demetres, my opponent, has a vanilla shogun army, and the other guy is Follow the Samurai, and both Sprint and I are Follow the Samurai. So you can see here, my army, I have 2 Marines, United States Marines and Royal Marines, and some of you guys have been asking, I get it every video, why does it show after the battle in the stats my Marines as 9 chevrons but show them as 5 chevrons? They are 9 chevron units, I just have only upgraded them 5 levels, so that's why it shows it in-game as 5. But I have 2 of them, like 4 Imperial Infantry, I think. Yeah, like that. 2 Shogatai this time because of the regular build, and a ton of cav. 3 Ariki, I believe. There's 2 over there. No, that's 3, yeah. And then this Imperial Guard cavalry, and obviously my general. And Sprint has quite a few 150 range units. I believe 350 range White Bears, if I'm correct. That's 2. He has 2 actually, and then a United States Marine 150 range, and then all these other White Bears and Black Tortoise forces. And his opponent, we'll get to him later because he doesn't really do anything at first. This Shogun army pretty much means he has to attack because he is a vanilla Shogun army. It is not very good at defending against a Follow the Samurai army, considering we have guns and they would just be sitting there. And this guy can't even try that because he didn't bring bows. But he's got a ton of cav, and over here I was trying to stop them from getting the archery dojo with my Imperial Guard cavalry. He's going to chase me off with a Naginata monk cav. But he has 5 Naginata attendants, looks like. Katana Samurai, 3 of them veteran, and a Nodachi Samurai. So, you know, if I were him, I wouldn't have brought in as many veterans, and I would have brought more vanilla units. Just get more troops charging across, more men that I have to kill. And he has quite a bit of cavalry. 2 Great Guard, I believe. 2 veteran Great Guard, each 6 chevrons. Avatar's Bodyguard, melee general. Look at those crazy stats on the right. Then he has this Fire Cavalry 9 chevron, and the Katana Cav, and the Monk Cavalry. So tons of veteran cavalry, and this light cav. And you can see I'm just skirmishing with my Imperial Guard cav, and my general soon is going to come forward and help. But we were just trying to figure out what we're going to do here. My opponent has almost all the cavalry. This guy has... how many cav? I think he has a few hidden up here. Maybe like 2 or 3 Yariki. But my opponent has all this extremely veteran cavalry. And if this army makes it to me, I'm pretty much screwed. So Sprint brought over his cav. He has the Shogunate Guard cav and these Yariki vanilla. He also brought over an infantry unit, this White Bear. And we're gonna focus on beating my guy's cavalry and, you know, my opponent first, and then stay over here. So Sprint's just kind of back off from this fight until this guy is down, or that was the plan. Here you can see my Imperial Guard cavalry reloading and preparing to fire again at these Naginata attendants. You might be wondering, why am I wasting my ammo on Naginata attendants when there's Katana Samurai behind them? Well, can't really shoot at the Katana Samurai. He has cavalry backing them up. And I actually really want these Naginata attendants to die, because these guys, they are going to be charging forward to suck up my fire in front of the Katana Samurai. The Katana Samurai are the deadly units, but these guys can be even more deadly if they make it to my lines, because that stops me from firing at the Katana Samurai. So they have to die fast enough for me to shoot at the Katanas, and that's hard to pull off, but we've got a lot of troops here, and I've got these Shogatai to help stop them. moving over. So you can see we're spread out. I have 150 range United States Marines over here trying to get a shot at this cavalry. And there's Sprint's White Bear trying to get a shot. And it looks like his general may have one thing in bows, maybe? Yeah, he's got a bow. But it's at this point that he decides to fire. I wonder if these White Bears get a volley into this Great Guard. That was nice. Damage it quite a bit. And my unit is going to fire in from behind this Imperial Infantry over here. And then these two this Great Guard and the, melee general are going to actually just plow through this Yariki unit. But it's at this point that I am going to send over some of my cavalry too, and the serious attack begins on my front. So over here you can see I have units fending off the cavalry, and Sprint has all of his cavalry there, and I am bringing over 2 cav to help with those truly veteran Great Guard units and the Avatar's bodyguard. And over here the battle begins. So I shot down all of the attendants successfully except for this one on the flank, and send my Shogutai forward to stop this. You can see that. So this flank is actually going to be stopped. They're doing quite well. Shogutai are excellent units, although this guy just got his throat slit. But you can see what this guy did is he sent these Katana cavalry and this Fire cav and the Naginata Monk cav just running through my lines, and nothing was stopping them or killing them. It's like my men didn't exist, which didn't really make sense to me because usually they stop. But I am going to take my general whom he caught and run him over here and turn my United States Marines around to fight these guys. I also have my own Yariki, moving around behind to hammer and anvil all of these Katana samurai. And that's going to work out well. I've got the Marines behind firing into this. And so my multi-tiered tactic worked, although these cav really disrupted it. But you look, I have units behind him firing this way by accident, just because he ran past them. I have units over here, like really this is like a 360 battle right now. The cavalry all won over here, bringing that back over. Got extra infantry there. And my own cav units did very well, helping, in this fight at least, the Imperial Guard cavalry there. And you can see Sprint's just been pulling back over here, although he seems to have lost one of these White Bears. He did say some cav got behind him, and that looks to be what it was there. Hawklord Balin, yeah, so he had a Yariki behind, so at least one it looks like. Don't see any others that have routed. So, that's interesting. Okay, so that's what he was talking about. There was one cav unit there, but you can see the remnants of this battle. All the field of dead, mainly his men actually, as mine successfully stopped him, and Sprint helped over here with the cavalry fight. But now I have an 150 range units over here on the flank, and we are going to have one massive line battle pretty much against this remaining opponent of Lord I give up on saying his name. Lord B, we'll just call him that. But you can see our units here firing. I'm coming over with 2 Imperial Infantry to support Sprint's line here in the center. And I am taking up the flank with my 2 Marine units, which are my best units on the battlefield at the moment with the 150 range. And then even farther over I have Imperial Infantry, this Imperial Guard cav, the Shogutai, my other cavalry, and a Shogutai here. And I'm going to run these 2 units in front to help suck up fire here for Sprint. And you can see there that they did that job very well. But just look at this battle here. It is just one epic line fight. My cav is going to come charging out of the woods and start firing on the flanks of this unit here. You can see that. You can see my cavalry running amok in the back lines. Going to hammer and anvil this unit here. We uncapped the archery dojo, which they took. One of my cav units is doing that. Sprint's men here, all firing. Here comes an epic hammer and anvil from Sprint's cavalry. Mine over here wrapping up this unit and moving on. Got my carbine cavalry moving and firing on the flank. And this is just one giant sandwich right here for this guy. Look at that just massive line of battle there. All the fire going on into this guy's army, so he didn't really last there at all. We've got just cavalry everywhere behind him and infantry in front. So that's going to be the end of that one. I thought that was quite a cool battle. Hopefully you guys found that interesting as well. You know, I did not actually know if I was going to beat that vanilla shogun army once it reached my lines. Because, you know, once they get there, it's dangerous, but my multi-tiered tactic actually held. My Marines didn't really get touched back behind my front line of Imperial infantry, and I had other Imperial infantry on the flank. And then also, you know, I did not worry about his cavalry in my lines because I have found cavalry to be pretty ineffective against a large group of the Fall of the Samurai infantry. And, you know, that depends on the situation. Obviously, you saw our cavalry just rout tons of their men, but, like, in that situation, they usually hold, especially my Marines, so I just let him be and ran my cavalry past him and got the hammer and anvil and routed the rest of his infantry there. You can see Sprint and I had almost identical number of kills. He had, like, what is that? This is, like, 16 more, or something like that. 16, yeah. And, lost slightly less men than he did. You can see their stats. Really, this guy probably should have came up and supported the vanilla shogun army, though, because, you know, the vanilla shogun army guy, Dimitri's here, really kind of had to attack. That's what you have to do with an army like his against a Fall of the Samurai one. And, you know, we weren't going to march forward and fight it, because that's playing into it, so we stayed in the open field where there was no woods to cover him as he attacked. But, had the other guy followed up, you know, they might have actually won that. Depends, never know. You can see here my Marines did incredible, same with the Guard Cav, but this unit, which was my, you know, behind that main melee rush, behind the line there, just fired into it and killed tons of men. His Katana Samurai and Great Guard did the best, excellent units. Avatar Bodyguard. Sprint's White Bears, the 9 Chevron ones. 0 lost, 220 killed. United States Marines did great. But yeah, just cool stuff all across the line. Looks like this guy actually had 3 cavalry, so I guess all of them got behind Sprint there at the end. We just didn't notice it because of the fight over on my side. But that's going to be that, guys. I hope you all enjoyed that battle, and I will hopefully see you guys with another epic battle next time. Not just another lame medium funds one, but yeah, that's that. See you guys later.